Good morning, Barons.
On today's episode, we'll reflect on prom,
log into a discussion over Chromebooks,
talk about goodbyes with Granger,
and catch up with some exciting playoff action.
I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer, and you're watching BCC TV. Good to be back together for these last 2 weeks, Abby.
I'm Hip Jay. What's going on in the news this week?
Large thunderstorms with powerful winds over the northeast United States this week have led to 2 deaths, one of those being an 11-year-old girl.
The controversial U.S. Embassy opened in Jerusalem this week, and protests and counter-protests broke out in Israel. Guatemala opened their embassy in Jerusalem 2 days after the United States.
In BCC news, prom was last Friday and everyone looked very tough, just as I predicted. Let's check out some photos. Palooza is today. Last week we showed you what to expect, and now all you need to do is come out today from 4 to 7.
Palooza is a cool thing. You should come. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Come. It's cool.
I like glitter tattoos.
I know nothing about them.
But you should come, right?
You should come.
You should come for the glitter tattoos.
Palooza. If you care about Jesus, go to Palooza.
It's a pretty bold statement.
Come to Palooza.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wasn't there.
You never been to Palooza?
Well, I have, but
That's
I
a
don't
shame.
think I should.
You can put that in the video.
The Children's National Blood Drive will be at BCC from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on May 23rd in the front parking lot. All those 15 and older are encouraged to give blood, eat a healthy meal before arrival, and have a valid photo ID when donating. Graduation is on Tuesday, May 29th. Seniors, make sure you attend the senior breakfast and the graduation rehearsal in order to attend your real graduation. Lastly, keep an eye out for the senior magazine coming to you from the Tattler. There's been some heavy debates about MCPS's Chromebook situation these past few years. And with an annual increase in units, we thought we'd take a closer look. Take it away, Keith.
The Chromebook has revolutionized the way we work and learn at school. As students, we now have more opportunities than ever before to research and play games. But How has the emergence of Chromebooks impacted us as students? And what does the future hold as we continue to rely more and more on technology? Let's talk to a teacher who's been at BCC for many years. Hey Joshua, can I call you Joshua?
No.
Oh, all right, Josh. So, what kind of effect do you think Chromebooks have had on student learning at school?
I think at times Chromebooks have a positive effect when you're exploring maybe a document or some resources online that you couldn't access otherwise in a textbook or a print source.
All right. Well, what do you believe the biggest change has been from the intro of Chromebooks to MCPS?
I've started to notice students' foreheads a lot more because most of the time kids are just staring down at a screen. I've also started to notice that kids don't pay as much attention in class because of the belief that everything will be up online or up on the Chromebook at all times. And as a result, students tend to disengage from the classroom experience and the other students around them and the teacher that's in front of them, thinking that, oh, well, if I don't understand it, I'll just look at it later on my own time.
One last question, Josh. I know you're a singer, but are you a dancer?
With a perspective from a history teacher, I thought I'd head over to the portables to ask our very own film teacher what he thinks.
So, Mr. Boswell, your class has Chromebooks in it, right?
Yes.
Where do you think the future of Chromebooks in a BCC is kind of like leading us, you know?
Well, having basically a computer lab in your classroom, right? That's what it's sort of enabled you to do.
Yeah.
Has changed the way I prepare for my classes. Like I've only been working with these for 2 years. Last year was my first year with this. So it really was a game changer in the sense that I could reliably every day have something up online that students could work with, read, what have you. So the immediate change was less trips to the copy room, right? Less paper, and that's great. I could envision a time in not distant future, let's say in 5 years, where we reconfigure schools so you can take your courses at home, and maybe you would come in twice a week.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Boswell.
Sure.
All right.
It was real.
It's been fun, BCC, making segments for all of you guys during and throughout the year. Here's a clip that really represents how everyone on the cast feels about our first time even starting and making segments for this show. Goodbye, BCC.
Thanks for the helpful insight. I heard if you find a Chromebook with all of its keys, it's basically like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Wait, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it yet.
It's been like 2 weeks, if not more. I'll just tell you, the ending is crazy.
I'm gonna block you on everything. Let's see what Granger is talking about for the last time.
We're approaching Boy Paradise for what seems to be the final time. Guys, I have an announcement to make. I feel so upset about it, but because of prom and Dave & Buster's, the senior class has ran out of funding. They're shipping me off 2 weeks early. They're making us graduate. And I want to say it was all my fault. I said we should spend $200 for every student at Dave & Buster's. They said no. Maybe buy textbooks and Chromebooks that work first. I said no. And they listened to me. And now it's over. Okay, so you first, child. Tell me about your favorite ending. This one doesn't count. No. Infinity War. Why is everyone...
Spoiler!
science bowl every Thursday. Every Thursday at lunch in Mr. Jacobs' room near the old entrance. We like science and we like bowls, and we like putting them both together and putting our science in our bowls and putting our bowls on our science. So yeah, please come next Thursday.
Hey kid, come here. Come here. Come here, kid. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, that was kind of creepy. What is your favorite thing?
Music or good apple pie.
Now, punch me square in the face as hard as you can. Go ahead, it's okay.
That's a lot of damage.
Play it, do it, you go.
Yanny.
It's both. It's both.
Conspiracy theory is the moral thing that we're doing right now. It's the government. They want to divide us.
I have to tell you, this is the hard news. You are fired. All right, well, here we are with baseball star Sebastian. How'd you feel about the game?
Bro, it was awesome. We beat women. Good dog.
Do what you did. All right, recreate it, right?
So this is the bat.
I'm the ball. I'll be the ball, right?
Can I jump? I'll just tell you.
Boom! There we go. That's how he did it. That's how he won the game. Well, guys, it's been a long story between all of us. Me, most importantly. But now, I want to reflect. What were some of my best moments? I am flexing. I'm gonna flex until I die. Well, that was fun. Go home.
You just hate to see emotional endings like that.
Yeah, unless you're watching Whitman's varsity baseball team choke in the playoffs.
What's going on with parent athletics this week, Maya Joe?
Hey Barons, we're back with another week of sports. With only one day ending in time for this edition, there were a few takeaways from the first day of regionals. Both our girls and boys 4x800 teams are dominant. Both relay teams qualify for states with the times of 9:39 and 8:08 respectively. Junior Sarah Cobal qualified for states in the pole vault with an incredible jump of 7 feet 9 inches. And Junior James McGruby qualified for states in the high jump with a top 4 finish by jumping over 5 feet 10 inches. Good work to all the people who ran, threw, and jumped. Baseball could not have started the playoffs hotter with 2 wins already. Last Saturday, senior Sebastian Mieses was the hero of the game with a game-winning homer in the bottom of the 7th with a comeback win when they were down by 3 runs. And last Tuesday, we won in a blowout with a final score 10-1. Baseball is their next playoff game this Friday, so make sure to come out and show your support.
Softball has done extremely well with 2 wins this week, as well as a dominating win against Albert Einstein 10-0. And what Sebastian did earlier this week, senior Corey Davis repeated. With the game in extra innings, she delivered the walk-off hit to win the game 12-11. Come on, Sue, come on, Sue. Making this the first time BCC softball won sectionals and will be making their first trip to regionals tonight at Northwest. We wish you all luck and hope you bring us home the dub. After a very exciting season, lacrosse season has come to an end with a hard-fought loss to Whitman last Saturday, with both teams falling 8-9 and 4-15 respectively. Well, that's all I have for this week, Barons. Back to you, Abby and Jay.
Thanks for that, Maya and Joe.
Well, that's all for this week, Barons. Check back in next Friday for more news, updates, and humor.
Keep those standards high, BCC.
And keep the pollen count low.
I'm Abby Hopkins.
And I'm Jay Zimmer.
And we're signing off.
It means Sebastian came out full force.
No, it means they had 2 errors that put it means they had 2 errors that put runners on first and second with no outs, and then they walked a guy, and then they hit someone, and then they let up a single, then they let up a home run, and then they balked before the home run.
What does this mean? It's going straight through my ear.
That's the